old who's returning. James.
And yes, I don't seem to feel the cold at all as I happen to be wearing my thermal underwear, and it is a great hindrance.
So am I. But the only thing that's warm is my penis.
Well, I happen to have Chung-Li rubbing on my dick at the moment, so that is a great, that gives great satisfaction and brings warmth to my lower abdomen.
I happen to know that's a lie. It's Joe, the worry got. Electrician.
Okay, I don't think it should be publicly said that I am gay, so we shall now change the subject. Back to you, Tony.
Well, I think it's everyone's right to know that, and warmth has returned, and if someone in the public eye is, you know, a little bit weirdo, they should be let it know and made their story public in a magazine or New Idea or something. As I did many years ago when I come forward and saying that I was actually a heterosexual.
Yes, and it appears that heterosexuals are fairly rare these days, actually. And now homosexuality is considered the norm, which is why I engage in homosexual acts.
Do you, James? Well, homosexual acts isn't what is quite normal around our parts, I don't believe. And, well, certainly in the entertainment industry, well, there's quite a few, you know, but I'm sure the boys in Bankstown wouldn't be pleased to hear that.
I'm sure, mate, so I just hope this tape is edited before it happens to go to... What? It's already on air? Ah, okay.
No, there is a 15-second buffer, I believe, and we can say fuck and it'll be edited out later. Can't even. That should be edited out. But I wonder if they'll pick it up if it's in the middle of a sentence. Hello, there, fuck, he's going to cunt.
But I think there's a slight problem in that area of the TV industry, as the censor happens to be stone deaf.
Well, that would be a problem, except he's got supertext, and live supertext is a new industry being developed by Tony Industries, and well, we're keen to get into it, and I'm gonna test it out. Fuck, cunt, you arsehole, count. See you later.
But apparently there's a slight problem with supertext, as it has a 16 delay for the person to type it up. So the sensor is 1 second behind, which leaves a bit of a problem.
Increased buffer.
I think it's a bit too late, Tony, as you have now ruined your reputation by saying words like as fuck and cunt. Whoops.
And I believe as have you, but I don't think it should worry me too much. The public adores me no matter what I fucking say, and yes, and I know that even if I have said this, well, I don't think it particularly matters in a way because I'm their Tony.
And yes, a new person has joined the commentary position to take control of the white guile, and apparently he's a leper, and his hand has just fallen on the control, and it is running out, but the hand is still moving and executing the moves very well. But as a hindrance, as the blue guy, Ryu, he's still kicking his ass. So, and yes, the hand is kicking a bit, and he's showing some weakness as he's doing the same move. And believe it or not, the leper's hand has now beaten Don Watts, which is not a good thing. Which doesn't do much for the pride, I should imagine. As I've been beaten by I was once beaten by an a poor Afghanistan, and well, they don't seem to have Super Nintendo up that way, so it is a bit of a disappointment that I was beaten. And As I can't think of anything to say at the moment, I shall hand it back over to Tony Trabbit.
It is not in fact Tony Trabbit, it's Murray Walker. Sounding a little bit, Mr. Hazish. And even a little bit Indianish. Completely. Yes, and we're back to normal here. It's Tony Trabbit. No, sorry, it's Don Banks. No, it's Don Watson. No, it's John Banks. I've got my name confused. Here. Yes and no. Ryu and Ryu. Always a great fight. Yes, and I know I've got the #1 spot now, and Tony's down by the... Well, whatever that thing is down there. Boardwalk, I believe. And he's down there, and I can access him by saying, "Are you there, Tony?" And he'll say, "Hello, Don Watts. Are you there, Tony?" Hello, Don Watts. Oh, I meant John Banks. No. Well, down here, well, it's gone now. And I'm in the spa pool at the moment in the background. It's in front of some lovely murals. Yes, and I crossed back to John Banks. Thank you, Tony. Hey, it's me again, back up in the commentary box. Well, there you go. Trying to do too many accents, that's what happens. Bloody ridiculous activity. And I crossed to James Sabbath now, who's right next to me.
And yes, commenting on those murals, they were painted by an Anglo-Saxon artist who took 7 years to complete the job, who actually has no arms, so he must paint with a brush in his teeth. And hey, he has actually captured the essence of Japan's current Prime Minister very well in that mural. And yes, the Japanese flag, well, not too difficult to draw, but if you haven't got no arms, well, you can imagine. Yes, it isn't like the easiest thing to do. But then, Michelangelo painted on his back, I believe, which would be very uncomfortable for 2 years. And I believe he was rationed food through a drip in his left arm to keep him alive during the exercise. and yes, yes, and it appears that Ryu is kicking ass and will win this year's championship. For sure, I will bet a lot of money on that. But there seems to be no point as the betting rate, fuck if I know what it's called, is very low for Ryu, so it's only something like 4 to 5, so I won't make that much money off it at all. And yes, and Marcus Winston seems very reluctant to come to the microphone, but I think we can, with the right Hungarian drink and women, we will be able to coax him over to this side of the room.
As the executive producer of the sports program, if he doesn't come over here, he won't be getting paid this week. And he'll be coming over in a few seconds now, I'm sure. Yes, he said a couple of years. If he says something, I'll be surely happy and I will give him his wages. All he has to say is hi or do a little bit of commentating for one match.
You're a fucking cunt, Harrow.
Apparently Ben Harrow's not with us, so I don't know where that insult was aimed at.
Yes, obviously he had a bit of a mix-up there and he's now fired. He thought I was a schoolboy idiot, Ben Harrow. And as you can see, well, I'm not. I'm Tony Trabbit. Well, you can't actually see that, but I can assure you I am. Hey, there's a guy with the camera! He's clicking. Get him, Joe.
Yes, yes, yes.
Get him, get him, get him.
And yes,